when the British colony were expanding their control over the southeastern part of Nigeria, part of the people that resisted their colonization or their control were the Nsukka community. So in this video, I'm going to tell you how Nsukka people resisted British colonization in the 20th century. So if you want to know and learn, please do not touch the dial. I will be right back. The Nsukka region is made up of small autonomous communities that practice self-rule based on their traditional leadership and communal decision-making. But when the British came, as usual, they destabilized the balance and wanted to take control of their land. First of all, the colonial officials introduced taxation in the land, and this taxation were targeted towards the farmers, which were the backbone of Nsukka community as of that time. And this taxation is also aimed at extracting the wealth of these people. Meanwhile, the people saw this taxation as unfamiliar and even unjust. Can you imagine? The British officials went ahead to demand the payment of this tax based on cash, physical cash, paper cash, when they knew that the economy as of that time of these people were largely threatened by barter. So because of this, the people went ahead to sell some of their farm produce in an unfair prices in order to meet up with the tax. So as frustration grew, the women were the first people to form an informal network of resistance against the colonial agent, because the women as of those times were most important people when it comes to agriculture and local trade. So when they formed this network of resistance, they refused to pay the taxes and also disrupted the colonial counting exercises. Now, as time went on, the men joined. Men formed groups that resisted colonial agents and chased away most of the colonial messengers from their villages. Even some houses that were owned by the British colonial government were burned by the people. Sometimes one might be left to celebrate Igbo women for their boldness, fearlessness, and resilience when it comes to resisting these colonial masters, because they were part of the people or major group of people who rose up to the oppression of British colonial governments. Anyway, while these things were going on, while there were resistance here and there, both from men and from the women of Nsukka, what happened is that when the British colonial government saw that the people have rose up and they were not having it, they had to now send a message to their government to deploy more soldiers. So when these soldiers came, they began to suppress the people. So as the British brought more soldiers, a lot of persons began to run helter-skelter. Some leaders of this opposition and this movement were suppressed, and some of them were arrested, while most of them were forced to hide. But the truth is, despite the suppression of the British government against the Nsukka people, Nsukka region and its people were recorded as one of the most region and people community that resisted colonial suppression fiercely in history as far as Igbo land is concerned. The truth is that it may not have been widely documented, just like Aba women's riot. But when it comes to history, one of the people that resisted the colonial masters were the Nsukka women and the Nsukka people. In fact, that was where the colonial masters got the first message that Igbo people cannot easily keep silent or quiet while you exploit them economically and otherwise. So the Nsukka tax anti-colonial movement or struggle was rooted in community and a people that were trying to protect their labor, their land, and their dignity. Anyway, thank you for always coming back to watch our videos. Do not forget to leave your thoughts in the comment section as I'll go through it and then interact with you. Please also like this video so that YouTube can show it to more people and share with your friends. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you always be the first person to be notified anytime we drop a video. My name is Uche and this is Gist TV.